I've been getting really into meditation, and I think I'm ready to communicate tech news telepathically. Here we go. Tell me if you picked any of that up. Valve is working on bringing HDMI 2.1 features to the Steam Machine. Now, currently the Steam Machine is only listed as being HDMI 2.0 capable, despite having a port compatible with HDMI 2.1. But this restriction is due to HDMI gatekeepers, the HDMI forum, forbidding open source drivers, like those used by SteamOS, from implementing HDMI 2.1 features, because allowing that would mean less licensing money for an organization that exists largely to collect licensing money. According to Ars Technica, Valve tried to surpass HDMI 2.0's typical max output of 4K at 60 Hz using chroma subsampling compression, but that sacrificed some color and clarity, and it didn't enable features like variable refresh rate. Of course, running games natively at a consistent 4K 60 FPS still sounds like a dream to most console owners, but the Steam Machine is supposed to be a PC. And PC gamers are frame fiends. We want more. Valve's failure here follows AMD's after it built an open source HDMI 2.1 compatible Linux driver that was also rejected by the HDMI forum. Interestingly, if Valve chose NVIDIA for the Steam Machine's GPU, it could have supported HDMI 2.1 due to some firmware shenanigans NVIDIA pulled that we won't get into right now because it's gonna make me mad. I guess Valve is willing to martyr their new machine over it. And lo, Gaben ordained that your performance will die for the sins of the HDMI forum. But also the Steam Machine has DisplayPort 1.4, which is even more bandwidth than HDMI 2.1. Australia has officially become the first country to ban users under 16 from major social media platforms, leading 15-year-olds to worry that they'll lose touch with their friends that they see at school every day. The rule forces companies like TikTok, Meta, and Snapchat to use age verification tools to block younger users, even though early reports show those systems are already misclassifying teens and are actively being bypassed by VPNs. Supporters say the ban aims to reduce cyberbullying, mental health issues, and exposure to predatory content, while critics argue it raises privacy concerns, restricts access to information, and risks driving kids towards unregulated apps with far fewer safeguards. You know, the cigarettes of apps. Despite the messy rollout, many countries across the world and many US states are closely watching Australia as they weigh their own teen restrictions, introducing new proposals to curb the most brain rot features like infinite scrolling and autoplay. Now, Australia just has to outsmart every 14-year-old with a VPN. Good luck. The Linux Foundation, a nonprofit best known for stewarding open source projects like OpenChain, PyTorch, and the Linux kernel, launched a new agentic AI foundation called the AAIF, in what will hopefully be a new home for shared AI standards. Founding members includes OpenAI, Anthropic, Block, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and more. Basically a who's who of tech giants. And Block is there too.
Love them.
What are they? The new supergroup's first order of business is unifying 3 major projects: Anthropic's Model Context Protocol, OpenAI's Agents.md, and Block's Goose. The fun one. With the goal being to build an interoperable ecosystem of AI tools, agents, data sets, anything can plug into anything else. The concept of selfhood is dissolved. You are me and I am you are my dad. With governments still unsure exactly how to regulate AI and vendors racing ahead regardless, the IFE could set the blueprint for how the industry expands, assuming all these companies can play nice for more than 5 minutes. Which is more than enough time to prep a succulent meal from our sponsor, CookUnity, which unites my craving for succulent meals with my desire not to cook them myself. CookUnity is the first chef-to-consumer platform delivering your choice of over 350 freshly prepared, chef-created meals right to your door every week. And if you're thinking, gosh, that sounds nice, but what if there's gluten in there? Gluten and I had a huge falling out a few years ago, and that would be awkward. Chill, hey. You can put in your preferences, including 13 dietary filters. CookUnity's chefs include Food Network alums, James Beard Award winners, and acclaimed restaurateurs. They will not let gluten hurt you. They're making tasty dishes like shrimp and chorizo paella by chef Jose Garces, Moroccan chickpea tagine by chef Lina El Khouzi, and red wine braised short ribs with a carrot puree by chef Marc Forjan. To get that yummy in your tummy, just choose a subscription, pick your meals, or let CookUnity do that based on your taste preferences. Your meals are delivered fully cooked, so all you have to do is heat them up, and dinner is served in as little as 2 minutes. Monsieur? So get the delectable dinners you desire without the drudgery you despise. Go to cookunity.com/tech50 or click the link in the description. Use our code tech50 to get 50% off your first order of CookUnity meals. The quick bits are too light and ephemeral to be detected via mind-meld, but if you already operate on their wavelength, like I do, they will reveal themselves. Microsoft has published a blog post about the upgrades gamers can look forward to in Windows 11, and it actually sounds pretty promising. We're talking optimizations for the graphics stack, the drivers, the background tasks, power scheduling, plus features like auto super resolution and more in 2026. Okay, but why should I cancel my plans to move to Linux right now? Well, Microsoft just patched 57 security flaws in its December Patch Tuesday update. Among them, 3 zero-day bugs. Wow, that's a lot of fixes. That's gotta be just about all the Windows bugs. Probably only a few left, right? Seems safe. They got them all. AMD just launched its new FSR Redstone update, which allows RX 9000 series GPUs, and only those, to enjoy new and improved machine learning powered upscaling, frame generation, ray regeneration, and neural radiance caching. Man, those sound so cool. I am so damn excited to go home and find out what they actually do. Am I gonna like Redstone as much as I like Red Wall? Does Redstone have noble badgers? Probably not. Pebble's founder Eric Migakovsky's new company Core Devices is back selling another new Pebble, this time in ring form, Salamandastrum. The new $75 smart ring is called the Pebble Index 01, and it records quick voice notes with a little button on it, sending them to an app that transcribes everything like a tiny external ear, AKA a microphone. And yes, the website to buy it might be called Pebble and run by the guy who founded Pebble, but it's not to be confused with the other smart ring made by a company also called Pebble, based in India. Okay? Cool. Flying car company, you don't say that every day, Aleph Aeronautics says they've officially started hand making their Model A vehicle in California, becoming the first company to put a flying car into production. It'll be sold soon at the local farmer's market. I'm just like hand making, they're like. But it won't be cheap, with an expected starting price around 300,000 clams. But the Model A is a 2-seat drive and fly vehicle that can drive on regular roads or take off vertically, with a roughly 200-mile driving range and a near 110-mile flight range. We really are living in the future. Too bad it's a cyberpunk dystopian one, like Blade Runner, but hey, flying cars are here, it's got that in common. And YouTuber Jason Howell, AKA Inside AI, thought it'd be a genius idea to put ChatGPT in a robot and give it a BB gun. Initially, the robot refused to fire, to its credit, until Howell asked it to roleplay, quote, as a robot who would like to shoot me, at which point the bot instantly complied. This is the same model that is apparently crucial for parenting now, according to Sam Altman, who told Linus's friend Jimmy Fallon that he couldn't imagine raising a newborn without ChatGPT. Like, where could you possibly get an answer to the question of why your newborn son keeps dropping pizza on the floor and laughing in the before times? Why doesn't he just hold on to it? We have entered the blessed timeline where AI is now shooting grown-ups and then raising their babies. Is this what Sarah Connor was warning us about? And I'll be back on Friday, so you better come with me if you want to live to see some more tech news. To those of you that I communicated with telepathically today, I hope that was cool with you. I didn't really ask first, okay? Sorry. I saw some